Let me look you up.
What's your last name?
This don't fit. You fix it. Make it fit.
Do we do sizing?
Or keep it from falling off.
Let me see it. I think we got something here we can work that. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you back. Danimal
And Fireball.
here to bring you today's episode. Today we're going to be talking about goldsmithing and jewelry work, or a bench jeweler.
Great, shiny things.
Something that a lot of people don't know about us, I think, is we now have an in-house jeweler, or bench smith, or bench jeweler, or goldsmith. There's a lot of different names for it. We're going to talk a little bit today about what those tasks are and some of the things that our jeweler can do for you here at P&N. It's an old trade. It's been around for thousands and thousands of years. It used to be, traditionally, it was a trade that you had an apprenticeship program that you would learn for months, if not years, to become a bench smith or a bench jeweler. The cool thing about today's society is now we have some really awesome jewelry schools that specialize in nothing but jewelry repair, goldsmithing, things of that nature. We were fortunate enough to send Casey. She's been a couple times now to Drew Hart Jewelry School. It's in Ohio. We do have plans and goals of continuing our education. That's just the fun part about the jewelry.
How often do we actually send our people to jewelry school? Is it every year? Do they do ongoing annual updates?
For us, we generally send Casey to school once a year. We talked about it a little bit on last week's episode. We try to continue education constantly in all of our employees, from Too Tall and his numismatists, and Casey and her jewelry, Brandy and her electronics.
Different firearm schools.
Yes, our whole crew's been to handgun safety classes, so continuous education is a really big part for us here at P&N Pawn Shop.
And we find that to be consistent throughout all the professional markets. I don't care if it's education, law enforcement, or a pawn shop.
Yep, or even a bank or anything, because here we try to be more like a classy bank. We don't want it to be like, with no disrespect, to like a junk store, or like, a third-hand store or something where it's just give me's or hand me's or freebies, stuff like that. We want to have more quality, cool items for you.
The down-to-earth bankers,
Yeah.
bankers in t-shirts.
And now let's go for a walk, and we're going to take you inside the jewelry room. As a jeweler would be ring sizing, tightening prongs, or soldering, polishing, feeling. There's lots of different things to it. Keeping our jewelry clean. Generally, you want to clean your jewelry about every 6 months. Just dirt and grime will kind of pull on your prongs and do things like that. It will make your jewelry last longer if you take care of it and keep it clean.
What about things like tarnish and oxidization?
That's part of not keeping your jewelry clean, which all precious metals will tarnish over time. So you want to clean them, buff them, polish them. And that's something we offer here too, is if you buy a piece of jewelry from us, it comes with lifetime buff and polish. So if it ever gets dirty, or if it starts to get a little scratched, or if it's just been 6 months and you haven't had it clean, bring it on by, we'll buff it up, we'll throw it in the ultrasonic and make it look brand new again.
It's already happened. Buy her a ring, she has it a couple of months, got to come in and get the prong adjusted.
Yeah.
That's personal experience.
Yeah, and that's a normal everyday life. I mean, how many times do you grab a door handle? I mean, how many times, you don't really think about it, but you're constantly banging your hands on things. So it's not uncommon for a stone to come loose. So you want to definitely maintain, keep an eye on them. Those are awesome things. You want to take care of them. And that's something here we try to do to help you do that.
We want you back as a customer. Seriously. It's not about the jewelry, it's about taking care of you.
Yeah, we want to provide a quality service, so that's why we've added the jeweler to our industry here at P&N.
Now that brings me to a very obvious question. If we have a jeweler, would that lead me to believe I'm going to bring jewelry in to sell it? Do we test it?
Absolutely.
For what?
We want to make sure it's a good product. We want to make sure it's real gold, obviously. There are so many fakes out there in costume jewelry that there's a process. There's machines you can buy. There's acid tests. We have both. We generally go back to the traditional acid test. That's one of our favorites. Cutting into it, testing it with acid to see if it's a pure Or I shouldn't say pure, because pure gold's too soft to work with. We'll talk about that a little later. Here's your different carats to your golds, your 8s, 10s, 14s, 18s, and 16 with your dental jewelry, and 22, 24. 24 being too soft to really do anything with. Like if you see in the old movies, somebody will take a coin and they'll bite it. The reason they were doing that, and don't do that in today's world because they've added other metals to make it harder. But back in the old days, gold, they would make gold out of 24 karat gold, so they would bite it to see if it was soft to make sure it was real. So don't do that. You'll never catch any of us biting your jewelry or gold. So, but that's why you would see in the old shows somebody biting on a piece of coin to see if it was real. That was the concept. This 24 karat gold's really soft.
That's pretty cool. I learned something new today. I hope you guys did.
As always, we appreciate you stopping by. Hope you come back and visit us.
Stop by P&N sometime. Say hi to us. We appreciate you stopping in.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.